What's going on, Zeno here? You are about to make a massive transformation if you apply yourself to the mirror principle. And I want to let you know that it does not respect persons. The mirror principle is based on universal laws, and if you apply yourself to them, you will get the results that you're looking for. You will be able to create and step into a reality that you love, your ideal reality. Your age, your current circumstances, your past, whatever's happened. It is irrelevant. And you know what? I spent so many years studying Hinduism, Buddhism, meditating, watching my mind, trying to figure things out. But everything will transform in your life when you apply yourself to the mirror principle. It is the one thing that completely transformed my life. When I started adopting these principles, everything shifted. This teaching has been around for thousands of years. And if you apply yourself to it, you're going to get the same results. You know what I didn't realize for so many years? And maybe you can relate to this. I was looking at my circumstances. I was looking at what life was producing, right? I was looking at my problems and my issues. And only naturally, I thought to myself, right, if I can just apply myself correctly, if I can shift things around, if I can do this and do that, I can change my circumstances. I can create a real life of meaning and purpose, find real enjoyment, create financial abundance. And do you know what I didn't realize this? By me actually looking at what was missing and what wasn't good enough and my current circumstances, I was giving my internal mirror the image of how I perceived myself. And all of that stuff, I was giving it everything to recreate more of the same problems, more of the same circumstances, more of the same issues. And if you are living in frustration right now, you feel like you're in a revolving door, like no matter how hard you work, you seem to get the same results. You know what happened after all those years and me finally coming to that point? I recognized one thing, that where you place your attention, the contents of your thoughts, what you give to yourself internally, what you give to your internal mirror is what will be reflected outwardly. And your current circumstances is actually a culmination of every belief, every assumption, every idea, every action that you've been handing to your inner world, to this mirror, and it is now reflecting this reality in your life. And when I kept putting my attention on my current circumstances and trying to shift things around, I was doing the very thing that was recreating more of it, because your current circumstances is directly interlinked with what you've been giving your internal mirror, how you've been perceiving yourself, all of your ideas and assumptions. But today everything's going to change. Apply yourself to the mirror principle, recognize the truth of this universal law. You will get incredible results. No more living in frustration and working hard, getting the same results. And I want to let you know that the mirror principle has no regard for what you love and what you hate and what you want and what you don't want. The way it works is the contents of your thoughts and where you place your attention is what will be reflected into your life. And I never recognized this. And as soon as I saw that, everything will shift. And I have one question for you. If you truly want to create the most amazing life for yourself, shift out of this nonsense and this repetitive behavior, ask yourself this one question. What does that ideal life of yours look like? 5 to 10 years from now, right? Your ideal life, it can be vague. It doesn't have to be absolutely perfect, but you have to have some idea. What does that life look like of yours? You living that dream life, wherever you're living financially, right? Maybe you've got that incredible business. Once you have an understanding of what that is, you need to shift your concept of self and start giving your internal mirror a brand new image so it can reflect that into your life. So the way you do this, instead of living as a version of yourself that is constantly living in limitation and lacking and wanting and needing, you're going to give the mirror everything that it needs to now start reflecting a brand new reality. So instead of thinking about you being, struggling financially. Now say to yourself, if I am that version, living that dream life, you can start consciously abiding there, right? And the way you shift it is just a couple of simple sentences that you can say to yourself every single day and start giving that to the mirror, right? I am incredibly abundant. If you are living that life, I am incredibly overflowing with health and wealth. I am overflowing with confidence, whatever it is. Everything I touch turns to gold, right? Every single day, life is working out in my favor. How you perceive yourself, your internal dialogue, where you place your attentions, the contents of your thoughts is what will be reflected. And I never understood this. I always thought that if I could just work hard enough, try and change things around, right? Things will shift. But I gave myself everything that I needed to create more of the same. Because how you perceive yourself, what you are giving to this internal mirror, right, determines what you receive externally. So if you say to yourself, I hate my job, I hate my current salary, why do these issues keep popping up in my life? What about these bills? If you are focusing on the things that you don't want, it doesn't matter because the mirror will reflect more of that. It will say, if you don't like these things, okay, that's where your attention is. That's the contents of your thoughts. Here are more examples of why that is the fact. I never understood this. And so wherever your attention is, you will get more of it. So shift your internal dialogue and your internal image and give the mirror abundance, joy, gratitude, and start living from the end state and allow this natural process to work on your behalf. Allow these universal laws to work on your behalf. Start assuming and feeling and knowing yourself to be abundant, to be incredibly healthy, to be running that amazing business, to be incredibly confident, and start handing your internal world, that mirror, all of these contents, right? And then just allow this process to unfold. There will be a time delay. It's only normal. And this is where a lot of people get stuck, right? We start doing this and it doesn't happen straight away, but it is normal. There needs to be some time for form and these circumstances to come into your life. Have a little bit of faith. Have a little bit of trust. The seeds that you are planting every single day, the images that you are giving this internal mirror every single day, it will be reflected into your world. Those circumstances, the people, whatever needs to happen, it is on its way. Please, you need to understand this. So whenever something happens, that bill comes in, just turn away from it. Focus only on what reaffirms that new image that you are giving to yourself every single day. Start looking for all of those validations that, yes, I am abundant. I am incredibly healthy. This is the way it works. Start living from the end state. You have to give that internal mirror abundance, joy, health, wealth right now. Because if you don't, if you place your attention on what you don't want, you will get more of it. But do you see how powerful this is? Once you shift the way you perceive yourself and you say, I'm all of these things, and you start giving that to the mirror, it will be reflected outwardly. When I did this a year ago, suddenly I recognized that I had to be it first. I had to give that to myself first in order for my life to change. I went from having terrible habits, drinking, all of this nonsense going on. I was incapable of running a business. I was incapable of looking after myself physically, financially, spiritually, right? A progression of 30 years of running around in circles, recreating the same nonsense into my life because that's where my attention was. That's what I was giving myself. That was my internal world in terms of where my focus was. I was always on what was missing. And so that mirror was reflecting it into my life, saying, yes, here, you're right. You're not financially abundant. You do have terrible habits. you're this, you're that. Shift out of all of this. Recognize what is going on. Give your internal world everything right now and step into the knowingness that you are these things. And have some faith and trust in this unseen process. Everything is on its way. Everything you've been looking for. I am wealth. I am abundance. I am incredibly healthy. Shift your perception of how you see yourself. Give your internal image, your internal world, a brand new image. Allow that to be reflected into your life. Step out of the loop of recreating your current circumstances because it's interlinked with how you've been perceiving yourself. Perceive something brand new, something amazing that already is everything, and then just allow life to reflect that externally. I'm wishing you a fantastic day. Please comment, I'll respond. Just work on this process, starting today, right? Write down just a couple of sentences of who you are from now on and what you are going to give your internal world, and allow that to happen into your life, right? Put a timer on your phone every single hour. Just say that to yourself. Feel it, know it to be true. Yeah, like I said, please comment. I'll respond if you'd like to work with me one-on-one. Link is in the description. Till next time, guys. I love you.